You're always the last one out the house. Did you put all the trash? Is that all the trash? Huh? All the cans by the side of the house is empty? Why is he alone in the shade like he left the whole flock?
He's probably not with the crowd. Yeah.
And now he mad that I'm filming him.
He's nonchalant.
He looking for the family, but they left you, bro. I don't even know where they at. Yeah, you rolling dolo from state to state right now. You know what probably happened to him?
What?
He probably stayed up too late last night. You know, he didn't go to bed like he's supposed to at bedtime. So.
I went to sleep first.
No, that's a real thing. He didn't go to bed at bedtime, so he woke up. Everybody was already handling their business. Now he looked like that. Yeah, he just alone out in these streets. You know?
Probably like 10 feet. Yeah. It's deep, but I can still see the bottom.
At least you can see the sand. How much longer?
Yeah, you can see the bottom right here.
Yeah.
Cause this is only like 4 or 5 feet right here.
Really?
Yeah, and then as you go out, it gets a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
But when you see those buoys down there, that's where it start to get real at. That's when it's getting real.
Man's land.
Yeah, and that might even be the end of Michigan, like America, right there. Because when you go past, you know, that's all Canada over there. So there's a part where some of these waters belong to America / Michigan / Grosse Pointe. And then there's international, which is in the middle. And then it's Canada. Yeah. Come on, let's get to work though. Let's try to get some squat jumps in. Ooh, see Caleb looking shook, looking over at you, Chase, like, what is that? Why is Dad trying to violate us on the camera? Air feel nice on my beam. Pause. Something like that though. Something like that.
You have the weed behind you. The jump rope is hitting us. It's a different time.
Something like that. something like that. Let me try to look it up. But
Oh, we're doing squats with the jump rope?
yeah.
Oh dear.
Come on.
I can't.
Please.
How? I'm saying arm wrestling. Like, and down.
Whatever that sounds like. That sounds crazy.
Okay, yeah, I was doing them right, but kind of wrong at the same time.
What the? Oh no, sir.
Do what I was doing. Do them slow, and then squat in the middle.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Dan Whitmer of the Jump Rope Dudes, and today I will be teaching you the Mike Tyson
You
jump
gotta go
squat
around the side.
swipe.
Yeah, 1, 2, jump.
Hey gang, as a reminder, this video and most of our videos are sponsored by Crossrope. They're our favorite brand of jump rope. They have a new Infinity system. It's a new rope that's out for those of you who followed the channel for a while. It's tiny little jump squats, and the difference here is I'll explain it in later steps. You want to have the weight on your toes.
Gotta try.
So try to just squat and jump. No. Try to squat and jump. Not on your heels, on your toes. Try to keep it on your toes. Where you at, sir? You watching? Where you are, coach? Yeah, stay in your squat. Stay in your squat. Stay in your squat. Come on, stay in your squat. Stay in your squat, boy.
Oh yeah, stay here, squat, not to do it.
I got one.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. I said he gotta warm it up.
Wait. I think I got it.
Yeah, you getting it. Let me see if I can get it. You know what I think we probably should just try to do?
Right now?
Instead of the twist overs, just the actual
Yeah.
squat
What's
jumps.
the purpose of the twister?
Twist over is just add juice to it, I believe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I also believe.
Look, Caleb is hating. Caleb is hating.
Alright.
Hey, listen. This is what the sea moss is for. You know, this is blue magic, man. Listen.
I wanna try.
I'm just trying to get like cases squat position.
We should have bring out more jump ropes.
Ah, I did it twice, bro.
You got it. That's all it is. It ain't nothing more than that. It ain't nothing more than that. Yeah, you got it. Hold on, let him tie his shoe and stay in that pocket. Yeah. You Gucci.
Bro, even this position right now, like squatting down the time my shoe hurt, bro. Oh my god.
Well, wait till I pull out the resistance band.
I'm not gonna wait.
We still got work to do. Oh, he tried to go crazy. You tried to hit a double. You see, that's why you're on the ground, because you tried to show out. I feel like these weeds gotta do something in their life besides eating up the place. And I don't want to grab them because they could be poison something. Poison oak. Trying to keep up with you, Che. I really feel like I want to try to get one of them double
zone squat.
It's like I'm anticipating it, so I want to stand up.
He tried to hit a trick all day, bro.
No. The double had me off balance. I just tried to stay alive. Alright. This Mike Tyson shit needs some work. That we're not going to get in today. But thank God. Thank God for resistance bands.
Come on. We're doing the same thing from last night?
Yo, everything with him is about basketball. Come on, we could do it.
Actually, this one. It's much different with shoes on.
It's also much different with 47-year-old knees. But this is that pressure to build them up. That's the thing with people as they get older. They complain about the pain, but the pain is what builds the joints up. You gotta come with the nutrition, of course, too, but you gotta send that signal. What was you reading? Or what did you highlight?
From the book?
Yeah.
Best offense is a better defense. I like that because
The best offense
it's a better defense.
No, you told me something else last night.
What did I say?
I don't remember. I know it was
Standing on business?
Standing on business. What does that mean to you, standing on business?
Getting your business done?
What is business then? What is the business?
It varies for other people, but working out, what you gotta do.
Okay, so hold
taking care of your
on.
body.
taking care of your body. That's what I was getting ready to ask you, because you know the equation is time equals money. So usually everything in business, people equate to money. But if time equals money, then we should equally discuss getting more time. The same way as we discuss getting more money. The thing is, we don't really hear the private conversations of multimillionaires and billionaires. Even when they go on the internet and say, hey, I'm getting ready to take you and 20 of my private followers into this, you know, into this room, and I'm gonna tell you the 20 secrets that's all fake. Because if you look at whoever that guy is, Alex this or Robert that or whoever, they got a page full of those secrets. And if you scroll down far enough, you'll see they damn near reuse the same title. You'll go down far enough, 6 months ago, they're gonna say, these are the 10 major secrets to, keep scrolling. These are the 15 major secrets. That's fake. None of them things is how they built whatever they did. And nobody really cares about that in the grand scheme of things. Right? What's important after you get the money?
The time you have with it, the people you share with.
The time you have with it and the people you share with it. So that's what the focus needs to be from the jump. Because that'll give you direction on how to build your business. If your business is built on, instead of how fast you can make money, how fast you can help people, or how much you can service people, it's going to be stronger. Plus, it's going to be something that you really enjoy doing anyway. Like this for me, I would be doing this. I was not even would be. I was doing this before, like when people thought this was stupid. My Uncle Jojo used to run around the track with the garbage bag with holes cut in it for his head and his arms. And he had mad muscles, so I thought that was cool as hell. And my older cousin Cavario, he had the money, the girls, the fast cars and all that. And he was a vegan. So this is all generational health for me. My biggest influences was family. Then Bertha husband, Willie. He used to embarrass us all the time. And now, the thing that he embarrassed us with is like one of the basic parts of what I teach people. Because he used to take us out to like the pizza shop, McDonald's, you know, whatever. It was a little Italian spot with food. It's like a pizza shop but expanded. And he used to let us get whatever we wanted. But he never ate the food from wherever we was at. He was cold. He had sweet potatoes already baked and ready in his pocket. And beans in aluminum foil. Like, imagine if I showed up to your school with beans dripping out of an aluminum foil and pulled that out to eat with the plastic spork, not a fork, but the spork. That was Willie everywhere. Now, mind you, everybody else thought it was funny. His sons was embarrassed. But the way my mind worked, I was processing. Because at the time, he was like 66 years old, 65 years old, still bench pressing 300 something pounds. So in my mind, immediately, those two things went together. I'm like, well, nobody else is bench pressing 300 pounds in their 60s. nobody else is eating like beans and sweet potatoes. Like nobody else has beans and sweet potatoes in their pocket. Like what? Like how long that been in your pocket? Like yo, it would be days when we out all day. We used to work on the moving truck, moving furniture. So we out from 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 6 at night. The job is done. Now we're going to grab something to eat. He got fully cooked sweet potatoes and beans. I'm like, yo, you had those beans in there since last night? Like how, when you didn't make that this morning? So I started to learn. Those are the things that, so when y'all get older, y'all not gonna realize, but y'all gonna have some habits. Even now. Caleb told me that the other day. He was bragging though. Yeah, he said, Dad, our house is way different than other people's houses. This is the third set. I've been talking too much. Come on, who's going first with the hamstrings? All right, come on, right here. That way, give me your band. Yeah. Yeah, try to rep all the way out so you can't rep no more. What was that joint you was telling me, Caleb? You thought you was going to get away? What's your book report look like?
I was reading your Staying on Business book, and the third part of it is...
Can't even hear you, bro.
Oh, you were... I was reading the Staying on Business book, and page 3.
Done.
Jamaicans and Kenyans have more fast twitch muscles.
I cannot hear you. It says something about fast twitch muscles. Speak
Yeah.
up, man.
Okay. I was reading Staying on Business book, page 3, and my favorite part of the whole book was about Jamaicans and Kenyans have more fast twitch muscles, and actin 3 genes.
Actin 3 genes. There you go. Listen, here's the thing. And when I was younger, I thought this way too. I thought that rich people only hung out with rich people because of the money. No. You jerking, bro. Get it slow. Yeah. Slow up, slow down. See, on your weak leg, it shows. I can tell which leg is your weak leg. Come on, you gotta do 2 more. 2 more. Or rather, 1 more on each leg. Come on. Yeah, see that's a much better rep. But what I was saying was, it ain't till I got older, and I learned a lot from the first rich guy I really got to hang out with is a music producer named Epitome Beats. And I learned a lot from that relationship because I was gonna beat him up when I first met him. Just because he was a stranger in the neighborhood. And that would have been like one of my worst mistakes in life. But yeah, nobody would have ever knew that he was a rich guy. You know what I'm saying? He produced a lot of hit songs. he took me everywhere with him. So I got to hang out with a lot of musicians, and you know, that's when I was into the music. And I learned it was about knowledge and skills. Of course, people with exceptional knowledge and exceptional skills usually find a way to get rich. So from the outside looking in, you think it's all about the money, but it's really not. All right, let's get the hips in. Let's go to the hips. It's really about mutants, like X-Men, on some X-Men superhero vibe. That's what it really comes down to. Mutants hang together. And that's what they really come together around. So that's why you see a, you know, like a LeBron or hang with a Drake or whatever the case may be. It's not about the money. It's, I'm one of the best ever at doing what it is that I do. And people that are, it starts with genes though. Everything starts with genes. But from there it goes to habits, work habits. And people with similar habits hang together. In the bottom part of society, most people hang together from bad habits. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to understand how to pick your friends now. The cool kids that want to laugh and play all the time, that's not the ones. Those are the ones with the bad habits, that the people in your mind that you ideally would want to be around. Like if you had your choice, you would want to be around the Drakes and the LeBrons. Come on. This is that hip work. But them people is not going to be around people with bad habits. So like on the internet, you got a lot of people talk about negative energy. That's fake. That's not real. That's people that never been around those types of people, imagining what they think. Oh, these are positive people around positivity and blah, blah, blah. They don't know what real positivity is. Positivity is productivity. Productivity. So I promise you, LeBron is not like skipping and whistling at 4 o'clock in the morning when he got to get up and work out after having to get off of all kind of flights. And nah, he cranky as a motherfucker early in the morning. Yeah. Drake just released mad footage on the internet that's highly curated. But trust me, when you up 2-3 days in a row and you gotta stay up and you gotta keep working, you're not in the mood to play. You're not in a good mood. Come on, give me your band. Come on over here. You're not in the mood to play. You're not friendly. You're not with none of that fake positivity, none of that. But you a man on a mission or a woman on a mission, and you trying to get your job done. You on the grind, slower and more steady. Yeah. Come on, keep going. But that's what it is. People that are really amazing at something, they want to be around other people that are also really amazing. Because they have the same habits and the same ideas about the world. Come on, man, stop giving up on your reps. Oh no, these are terrible reps. Come on, man. Slow up and slow it down. There you go. Remember, we got another two miles to run home, so whatever you think you're feeling right now, come on. You ain't gonna really feel it till we get back to the house. But let me ask you a question. What made you highlight that paragraph?
Because I found it relatable since I like running and doing track team and I'm Jamaican.
Ah, is you Jamaican? Well, let me say this. Most Jamaicans have it. I believe it's like 97% of Jamaicans have that gene. But there's some other stuff that goes along with that gene. So I haven't even really got into it that deeply yet on the internet with people, because not enough people have purchased the books yet for me to really go into the other levels of it. Because it's more than just having the gene. Like for instance, the actin 3 gene is to give you more explosion and strength and all of that with your fast twitch muscle. But there are other traits that go along with activating that to get the most out of it. So that's not just going to make a Usain Bolt by itself. Don't let your foot just drive down like that.
I bet.
Yeah, slow resistance. Yeah, keep going though. That's why a lot of times you don't really see people come from the middle class and become super successful. Usually the people that become super successful are people that were already from a family of people that was super successful, or people that started out with nothing, that came from the bottom, from poverty. Because the people that come from families of super successful people, they learning the habits from their pops, their moms, their uncle, their grandpops, like Floyd Mayweather. He learned how to fight from his father and his two uncles. But other than that, certain things life will give you, certain traumatic experiences, certain fear, certain anger, those things come on, keep your body still. Trying to cheat and use other muscles. This is more for the top of that thigh, your ankle, your knee. This is kind of joints. Hip, knee, ankle. And all of the muscle attachments. Don't let your foot bend forward. Keep this foot straight like this. Hold the band. Come on, go up. Yeah, like that. Come on. Like that. Let's get a good clean set in over there. Yep. Keep going. Ah, you done blew it. You done blew it. Come on, let's go 16 on this side. You ain't need to stop to tell me how many it was. Let's go. 16 on this side. Yeah. Come on. look. Come with 2 feet. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, go. 2 feet. 2 feet. Put your hands down. You're gonna need, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on, try it. Yeah. 2 feet is crazy. Come on, Chase.
I'm trying 2 feet.
You want to do 2 feet? I knew you was going to say something. Like, Dad, you ain't let me do 2 feet. Yeah, exactly.
I can't move my feet. Oh my god.
All right, try to leave one down and do one. Try to do the other one. Now do both. There you go. You did it. Why you stop?
I drag my whole
down.
body up.
I ain't drag nothing. Come on.
I said I.
There you go. It's just hard. Probably, you know what? Maybe we try to do some at the house, on the floor, on the carpet. Come on.
Are we switching spots?
No, just back up so I can send you off. Ah, the beauty of having a hoodie.
You can go. Ooh. All right. There you go.
Trying to keep that 6 inches the whole time too.
I was about to say this is like 6 inches.
We used to do those in football practice when I was young.
I thought you were gonna say jiu-jitsu.
Did we do those in jiu-jitsu?
Of course.
You did what?
6 inches.
Yeah.
Well, see, it was less traumatic for me, so I don't remember it as much.
No, it was traumatic for me, bro.
Exactly. But my first exposure, it was for you because that was your first exposure. My first exposure was football when I was your age. My coach played for the New England Patriots, so he came back with all kind of ways to torture us. But we won championship 3 years in a row. Too low. Wait, fix it again. Down. Yeah. But that's definitely standing on business though, because that's God's work right there. You got them genes that you got for a reason. Everybody got the genes they got, DNA they got for a reason. That's why even when you have the same parents, you don't have the same genes. Even with the same parents, you don't have the same genes. And even identical twins don't have the same expression of their genes. transcription and translation is different. You're holding the two gear. You gotta let me move, Kate.
That it?
I got this foot right here. One more set. Them bands in the gym. As an amalgamation of a bunch of different electronic devices, right? Because that's how electronics works. When you hit a threshold, this begins. When you hit another threshold, this begins. And that plays a role into the whole, genetics conversation and generational health. Because me, Chase, and Caleb was out doing our run, right? And I think we were stretching or something. We had stopped for a break. No. We was doing resistance bands or jumping rope or something. I forgot what we was doing. But either way, so what I do with the book is, and this is how y'all got to use y'all books. You actually have to get the children to read the book. So basically, the complete set of the generational health books is 5 books, right? 4 books for your children. Doesn't matter what age, as long as they can read. It's from ages, 6 to 18. You know what I'm saying? Because the concepts are layered all throughout the book, right? So I make them read and then, write stuff out of the book, or we'll have little conversations or whatever, So I was asking them,
because we had started talking about the books last night, Standing on Business. One of the books' name is Standing on Business. And so we was talking about the Standing on Business book, and Caleb pointed out, I was asking them what jumped out at them, right? Because one thing that they all like, and this was idea from them, right? But as I'm getting more feedback from more children, it's starting to, but all of the children like that they can read the big book really quickly. They like to be able to like floss, like flex with a big, thick book and be like, yeah, I read that. Yeah, that's a big, thick science book. I read that. You know what I'm saying? That was a part of me writing it and using big words, and it's a vibe. It's paying off. Your children will like, that's a certain type of encouragement that comes from within. You can't buy that. Like, that's priceless. But anyway, so we were talking about what jumped out to them. And Caleb was talking about the fast twitch muscle, the actin 3 gene that Jamaicans have a lot of, Jamaicans and Kenyans and Americans, that's from that haplotype anyway. But I was telling him it's more complicated than that, right? That's just an opening to open the door in the conversation, right? But just having the genes doesn't mean anything. I can't say it doesn't mean anything, but it's not like having the genes is going to turn you into Usain Bolt, right? Having the genes is the starting line. That's the starting line, right? But you have to develop certain practices, certain emotions, certain, mind state. All of those things have to come together over time, consistent, to create a Usain Bolt or a LeBron James or, Floyd Mayweather or, a Ben Carson or, a Lattimore, a Louis, what's his name? Louis Latimer, I think his name was, the guy with all of the patents that invented damn near everything. Or what's my other guy named with the peanuts and the car vinyl with Ford, and like, so whether it's mental or physical, how your blessings, how you were blessed genetically, it's not just the genes. It's a lot that has to be stacked up on top of that in order to get that. So
based on the way my legs look, because they're kind of small, you would think I don't work my legs, but I do. Hey, how racial are we allowed to get here, Scott?
0.
0 racial. People of West African ancestry typically have smaller calves because through their evolutionary lineage, they are optimized to run and jump better, which actually means that your calves should be mostly tendon to get that bouncy reactive force. And so if you're black and you have small calves, you got an uphill battle coming your way. But good news, the rest of you is born perfect.
In college, Shannon Sharp was a 470-pound bencher, a 500-pound squatter. In this picture right here, you can see he was a big kid. This is no small kid, 6'2". I'm not an apologist for athletes, but I'll tell you this. Having worked with them my entire life, they are outliers. I know a lot about them. Genetically, we weren't all handed out the same gifts.
Genetically, we weren't all handed out the same gifts.
Genetically, we weren't all handed out the same gifts. When we look at Shannon Sharp, let's just talk about the pool that he's in. In the pool of all men walking around the face of the earth, not all of them are 6'2", 230 pounds.
Well, health is your real wealth. That's what we talk about. So even like the Mayweather boxing fitness gyms that I have, around the country as well as around the world, we just truly believe in health is your wealth. We want you working out. Nobody's going to be here forever, but while we're here, we only have one body, we only have one temple, so we have to take care of our bodies, and that's what I'm doing. If I'm not going to invest in anything, I'm going to invest in myself. Health is your real wealth, so I got to make sure that I'm staying in good condition, in good shape.
Go to Amazon now. Get the generational health curriculum for you and your family. Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. They're sharpening up. These guys, this is not just practice. When you to get to this level, you have to practice based on what your genes are. These are guys that have practiced, eaten, and lived according to their genetic code, their generational health. This is how you get to this level.
I'm just blessed, man. I thank God every day for giving me the athletic ability to go out there and perform like I did tonight, for giving me the athletic ability to go out there and perform.
Man, I thank God every day for giving me the athletic ability to
I think that Mariah is Mariah, and that's what she should be known for her work, and not for being compared or sounding like me. You know, I don't really hear it. You know, there are a few inflections. You know, inflections mean, you know, oh yeah, you know, that's in, you know, that's runs and inflections. So she does a little bit of that. Oh yeah, you know. I think she and I probably have the same tones, you know.
Well, health is your real wealth. You know, that's what we talk about. So even like the Mayweather boxing fitness gyms that I have, you know, around the country as well as around the world, we just truly believe in health is your wealth. We want you working out. We're nobody's going to be here forever, but while we're here, we only have one body, we only have one temple, so we have to take care of our bodies, and that's what I'm doing. If I'm not going to invest in anything, I'm going to invest in myself. You know, health is your real wealth, so I got to make sure that I'm staying in good condition, in good shape.
Go to Amazon now. Get the generational health curriculum for you and your family. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late. Go to Amazon now. Teach them babies generational health before it's too late.
To go back to our original conversation with the greens, your body works that way on all levels. It's certain thresholds that need to be met. And the problem with our daily recommended dosages, right? Okay, so in the Race Hustler series of books, right? Let's go to the Race Hustler series of books. In the Race Hustler series of books, we talk about single nucleotide polymorphisms, right? We talk about genetics. And we also, especially if Race Hustler Volume 3, the dope game, right? A part of the dope game, and when I say the dope game, I'm referring specifically to pharmaceuticals and vitamins and all of that kind of stuff. It's important that we understand the history of vitamins. John Q. Public, thinks that vitamins are everything. Like vitamins are crucial. When you start talking about health, they're like, oh yeah, I'm on the vitamins. You know, I take my vitamins every day. I take my vitamins. My vitamins. What vitamins? It seems like I be facetious a lot of times when I ask these questions to pry a little deeper, but it's only to expose that your cup is not as full as you think. You know, it's hard to teach somebody something that already thinks they know it all, right? So sometimes you gotta show that, you know, you may not know it all yet, right? So what vitamins? Where you get them from? Matter of fact, before you even tell me where you got them from, how much you paying for vitamins? Oh, I be getting these for the low from the. That's already crazy for me. Like when I see people drip, when I see designer clothes, and then you start talking to me about discount vitamins. Oh shit, yo. Niggas be having on designer clothes. I'm talking about niggas be having fly watches. Niggas got diamonds on. You know, their earlobes be shiny. You know, Cuban link. You know, I'm like, yo, you got jewelry to rotate. How much money you spent on supplements last month? If the money for the drip and the supplements it's not balanced, our priorities upside down. If the money on the drip and the book, like how much money you spent on books last month? If you spending hundreds of dollars going out, drip, you know, like superficially, but the books, the supplement, like that's not the discount area. We don't need to say that's where we invest in ourselves when it comes to the books and the supplements. So, but anyway, you know, I go off on the deep end. But my point is the history of vitamins is important to understand, because if we understand the history of vitamins, we will understand the recommended daily dosages, right? So I think vitamin C came from scurvy, right? Yeah, vitamin C came from scurvy. So the whole industry of, and it's crazy how it comes full circle, because you got goofy guys on the internet that'll tell you herbs and vitamins don't cure disease. And I just have to sit there and take all of this craziness from people. And I'm saying to myself, it's just not the person, but it's the audience that's watching. It's like, you do know, like, well, you can't know, obviously. You obviously don't know, but you're professing, you're speaking in an authoritative way, like as if you do know. But you know, vitamins literally came about because they cure disease. Like the disease was there. There's scurvy, there's pellagra, there's rickets, you know, the diseases were there. And then later on, they found the compound, isolated it, that reversed the disease, and then named it vitamin D. So this fights, stops, reverses bone disease. We'll call this vitamin D. Your bones will not be okay without this one. Boom. This is vitamin D, right? This is this. Your tissues will not be able to form. And if they're fully formed, they will start to literally come apart and bleed everywhere, right? Without vitamin C. So we'll call this vitamin C. You know what I mean? Oh, your body won't be able to process energy or build blood or anything without this group of vitamins. We'll call this B vitamin. So you got to understand that history, right? But the problem with that history is that A, it's cookie cutter. It's one size fits all, right? So whether you're a Russian, whether you're a German, whether you're Brazilian, African, Canadian, everybody is recommended to have the same amount of vitamin D. Everybody is recommended to have the same amount of vitamin K, right? And that is the most asinine thing in the universe. That is the most asinine thing in the universe because nobody's genes works the same. This is the conversation that we got to really, not only that we have to understand, but the whole idea around the book set, the generational health book set, is that we got to talk to our kids about this. You look like a bozo. If you're watching this video and you haven't, respectfully, if you haven't started to teach your kids this information, I'm talking about, I don't care if they're 2 years old, 10 years old, 25 years old. If you are not translating this to your kids, you are the biggest bozo on earth. Because if a person's not exposed or they don't know something exists, you can't really, that's where the saying, God takes care of fools and babies. But if you're watching that, you're not a fool or a baby. You fall under Hosea 4 and 6. My people are dying for lack of knowledge, right? And not because they don't have the knowledge, but because they did what? What comes after that? My people dying for lack of knowledge because what? They rejected the knowledge. The knowledge is right there available. So if we know that everybody's genes are totally unique to them, nobody has the same genes. Your genome is just like your fingerprint. Even if you have the same gene as somebody else, because the rest of your genes are going to be different, that gene is going to be expressed differently. Even identical twins with the exact same genes, for the most part, right? They're identical twins. If they have different lifestyles, their genes are expressed differently. So this is an infinite hall of mirrors when we're talking about genetics. This is an infinite hall of mirrors when we're talking about genetics. So it's not really possible for everybody to have the same need of vitamin A, right? Like if we talking about vitamin A, or any of them, right? Everybody's blood is different. So how can we all need the same amount of vitamin K? That's crazy. Blood is super unique. Your blood is not even the same. Your blood right now is not even the same as it was 4 hours ago. So how can everybody need the same amount of vitamin K? Right? That's crazy. Everybody's mitochondria is different. We got different amounts. They totally different sizes. They look different. They behave different. Right? How can you have the same need for B vitamins? Or like it's all crazy. If we look on the surface level, right? Just at pigment, a person that's lighter skinned than me listen to me, it is not possible that me and that person can operate optimally on the same amount of vitamin A. That's not even possible. That's not possible. But these are the things that nobody's teaching. These are the things that nobody's teaching. And, a lot of this has to go in the books because it's too much swagger jacking, right? And I have to blame you guys. I can't put everything on YouTube. Why? Because y'all said y'all was going to make the little clips and put them on TikTok and Facebook. I don't see y'all chopping up the videos and making the clips, right? So that means I have to be more restrictive with how the information is released, because I have 10 different people that's pretending like they're making up this stuff or doing the research themselves that's going to release my information on a larger platform, right? So they're going to undercut me if I don't get the exposure. So that means I have to make sure, okay, well, we got to leave that in the books. Now, if you let them beat you to the books, that's on you. If you let them beat you to the books, because they're gonna parse it out. They're gonna parse it out. Every few pages, they're gonna charge you. Like, I have people telling me this all the time. I have people telling me this all the time. It's people that literally purchase my books to run their business. And they're like, yo, no, I do consultations. And what I do is most times I'm just reading them a page or two out of your book, and I might charge them $300-400 for the consultation. I'm like, and I'm trying to tell these people to buy the book for $20 or $30. The same as lunch in a fast food restaurant or a bag of weed somewhere. Like, I just don't know, so we got to get the information so that we can understand our personal needs. It's not about, getting greens, and maybe you had greens twice this week. Maybe you had greens twice this week. Well, that's not nearly enough. Maybe you had cabbage. Well, how many times this month have you eaten cabbage? What's today? Is this the 12th? Just all of the people watching the video, you in your mind, you don't have to type it in the chat or anything, but how many times have you had cabbage this month? How many servings of cabbage have you had? Purple cabbage, whatever. How many sweet potatoes have you had this month? How many servings of beans of any type have you had this month? Right? How many servings of greens have you had today already? Right? I'm on the East Coast. It's 5 o'clock. How many servings of greens have you had today by 5 p.m.? Or if you're in a different time zone, on a regular basis, on your average day, by the time 5 p.m. rolls around, how many servings of greens have you had? Guess what the average is? The average is less than 1 serving of greens per day. That's the average. And guess what? Guess what the average is for today's vegans? This is why we separated ourselves a long time ago from the vegans. The average vegan today, they have 2 servings of greens. 2 servings. And guess what? If we take powder, if we take green powders out of that count, it goes down to the average, less than 1 serving a day. But 99% of vegans today are just doing like the veggie cheese, the veggie meat, whatever. And then they having green powder. Having green powder or green powdered pills. And the pills will say, oh, each pill is 1 serving of greens. So they had 2 pills, so they had 2 servings of greens. Or each scoop is worth 8 servings of fruits and vegetables. That's what they put on the label. So they had 1 scoop or 2. Oh, I had 2 smoothies, so I had at least 8 servings. You niggas gotta relax. That's why you gotta read the books, right? That's why you gotta read the books, so we really get the understanding of the difference. There's a place that cans have in our diet, right? Depending on what we're doing, lifestyle, economics, right? There's a place that powders have, lifestyle, economics, etc., right? But if we actually look, you know what I'm saying? Because I took, for instance, when I was writing that book, I spent a lot of time in the supermarket debating. I can't even say debating because they was getting washed, but me and the children was going back and forth because these are literally my co-writers. You know what I'm saying? They contribute a lot more content to these books than y'all would think. And we, Chase has a running line now, but it's prepared for you. Because at first he thought that when you buy the actual real food, that it was more expensive. And a lot of people at home think that, right? But it's not. They charge you, this is the craziest thing. They charge you for the chemicals in the food that you don't want. So the chemical additives, the industrial chemicals, the preservatives, all that you got to pay for. No, that's factored into your price. So if you go get a can of beans, right? If you go get an 8-ounce can of beans, that 8-ounce can of beans, if you get the one that's been on the shelf for like 3 years already, that one is probably 80 to 90 cents, right? 79 cents, 89 cents, something like that. Now that's probably 8 ounce. Oh, let's say 16 ounces. You get a 16-ounce can. They don't even have cans. Yes, they do. They got a 16-ounce cans. 16-ounce can is probably about $2 or whatever the case may be. But most of what you're getting is liquid, and then there's salt in the liquid so that the beans will stay hydrated, right? But you have to pay for the salt, the water, any other chemical additives. You have to pay for all of that. And it's justified as a convenience. You're paying a convenience fee because it's packaged that way for you. So you can open up the beans and you can pour that can directly into a pot, warm that up, and in 10 minutes, you can eat those beans, right? Those are edible, right? But if you empty that can out, we've done it. I should have probably videoed this so you could see the difference. You know what I'm saying? If you empty a can of beans out and you literally count the beans, you will see that you just have a bunch of chemicaled up, overhydrated, like a handful of beans, right? If you go buy a dry pack, like let's say black beans, you go get a can of black beans. If you empty that can out and literally count the amount of beans in that can versus going right over to the next aisle and get the same weight, but the bag of dry black beans, you're going to get damn near 10 times the amount of beans for the same amount of money. There's no chemicals added, no chemicals, no preservatives, nothing, just a plain bag of beans. Now, you probably have to cook those beans for 10 times the amount of time. So that's where the convenience comes in, where you can heat those beans up right out the can, 5 minutes in a microwave or 10 minutes on the stove. Dry beans, you're going to have to put those in a pot and you're going to have to let those boil maybe for an hour, depending on what type of beans. It might be 2 hours, or maybe, if you're getting into the sprouting, let them sit out overnight and soak the water in and whatever the case, but you're going to have to put in a little bit more time, right? But here's where the time equals money concept comes back up. And this is why we really got to explore these concepts. Back in the days, that was equated to love. So we wanted that. That was love. Your mother, your grandmother, your godmother, your auntie, whoever was getting ready to make those beans, that hour, 2 hours they was cooking, that was considered to be love going in there, right? They tasted them every 20, 30 minutes, they taste it, add a few more seasonings to it, taste it again. Okay, turn the fire down just a little bit. They constantly thinking, but you're sending energy, and it's a whole different vibe, right? That was love. Time equals money. We got to the wrong side of the equation. This is why I'm saying y'all really got to spend time unpacking this equation. People just glossing over this shit like it's not important. This is where the brainwash is happening. I'm trying to tell you guys this from all levels. And the crazy thing is you hide stuff where? Where are the best things hidden? Right in public, right in plain sight. Time is money. Time is money. Time is money. Time is money. That's right out in plain sight, because time equals money. That means that time is just as valuable, if not more valuable, than money. So how is it that we use that same saying to say that time and money have some degree of equivalence, but we dedicate our entire life to money? How we literally say time and money are right here, but somehow we put the blinders on and gear our entire lives to chasing money. We go to school for what? Go to school so you can get a good job, so you can get some money. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got a good idea and some people backing you up, drop out of school so you could get some money. Like everything is about the money side of the equation. And, you know, I was talking with one of my brothers from Philly, and I was telling him, I said, listen, you know, in my line of work, I get to see beyond the mask. Because see, when people come to me after the doctor tell them they only got a couple weeks to live, the kufi comes off, the yarmulke comes off, the suit and tie comes off, the jewelry comes off, like all of the things that we adorn ourselves with to, you know, give us a station in life based on our education level, which only has a value based on how much money it can generate, right? So we just forget this whole other side of the equation.